been 5 years of my life because we started pre-pandemic. So there was a lot of, here we go, shut down, here we go, shut down. So I'm very, very excited. For me, it goes back to just being a fan of movies. And so when I go to the theaters or I go anywhere to look what's new, like I'm one of those guys that'll scan all the trailers and posters. And I generally have this reaction of like, I've seen it, I've never seen it, I've seen it, I've never seen it. And I just wanted to make something that I didn't think was out there and that I'd never seen before. That's where it started. And then when I got the script and it was basically this like woman stuck inside of a mech suit on an alien planet, I was like, no one's ever seen this before. I don't know how we're gonna film this thing, but it had my attention right away. And I just wanted to make something that was super unique. My favorite stuff to shoot in the action was probably all the stuff at Harlan's compound near the end, but it was for a completely selfish reason. It was in a cement factory in Cupertino. So when you go and you shoot nights and you're on location, it sort of feels like camp, you know, in a way. Like it's just like a bunch of nerds and film people just going out and being like, all right, we're gonna blow stuff up, it's gonna be really fun. And so that for me was like really rewarding. And also like I was on a soundstage for so long, getting to go out to like a unique space and kind of feel it out, like it was just a really fun part of the process for me. I mean, it was a lot of Jen giving her the freedom to be the actor that she can be in that space. I completely changed my approach as a director to support her. I normally would shoot coverage like most directors would. On her, I never shot coverage inside of the suit. I put all the cameras on her at once so she could just do the scene like all the way top to bottom, and then we could just get the scene right. So it allowed her to be free. Also, I never gave her eye lines. You can look wherever you want. You can react in any way you want. And the second component of that was probably Greg as Smith. You know, they sent me a bunch of tapes and it was just, can we have someone here to talk to Jen so she can play it live? There was no indication of like, oh, Greg will end up being Smith. When I heard Greg's voice, I was like, that's Smith. That's how I picture Smith. So as soon as I got him on set, I started directing him like he was gonna be Smith. And as soon as I saw the first scene cut together, I knew as soon as everybody sees this, you're not gonna be able to picture anybody else. And he really supported her through the process, so it was sort of perfect. But I think it's a little bit of, you know, allowing her to be the performer I know she can be and cover her in the best way possible, and then having Greg there so she can play, so it can just be fresh every single time. Those are probably the two biggest components. Yeah, I mean, I got really lucky. I said to people before, like, I had 3 movie stars. You know, Simu and Sterling are arguably movie stars. Now this was before, I would say this to people before he got his Academy Award nomination, because I would just say like, I would go to set and the difference between like an actor or like dummy like me standing here on a mark, you know, filling up space is they change, like superstars change the atmosphere, they change like molecules in the air, they suddenly like make the space theirs, and all 3 of those people do that. As soon as Sterling is there, you're like, oh wow. As soon as Simu shows up, you're like, oh wow. Like, they all have that thing that makes them special. So yeah, it was amazing. And I have to add, Sterling is the happiest person I've ever seen on set. If he had that microphone, he'd be telling jokes like he's doing stand-up, he'd be making everybody laugh. Like, that is what you want on set. You want that guy on set. So yeah, I felt really, really blessed. I really like the AI alarm clock I put in the movie. It's way nicer than my phone buzzing. If I had to have anything AI, I would also like my own mech suit, because I got to build fake one, but I'd love to have a real one that I could drive around in.